before we kick off our morning speakers to present the first ever Service Design Awards for 2015, please welcome Birgit Marger and Kerry Bodine.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm only Birgit Marger. I'm not Kerry Bodine at the same time, so you're not hungover. It's true, only one person here. So, can you imagine that between 1998 and 2001, I was a member of the International Design Award Switzerland, and I was the head of the category Service Design for an international design award between 1998 and 2001. It was an amazing time. We were all very much convinced that service design would have a major impact on the world. It would change the way we see design, and we fought really hard to get people submit their works to our design award. And yes, 3 years in a row we succeeded. We gave the award to the first ever car sharing service in Zurich, Switzerland. We awarded helicopter rescue service for mountaineers in Switzerland. We awarded an insurance company that had completely changed their culture and philosophy to serve people. And it was great. But after 3 years we gave up, because it was just too much work to explain to people what service design is and how they could contribute something immaterial to get an award. So there was just not enough practice out there. And we were disappointed and proud at the same time that we had succeeded for 3 years. And now it's almost 15 years later. I'm standing here to proudly open the ceremony for the first Service Design Network Award that we launched last year. It was in Stockholm at the wonderful SDG 14, where the management team of Service Design Network decided to put energy into a Service Design Award because we felt that the time has come. Others have tried as well, but I think we are the organization that brings together approximately 30,000 people that are attached to service design, and who, if not we, should be able to launch such an award. So we strongly believe that with this award we can not only recognize the amazing work of institutions and agencies out there, we can also create a better understanding of what service design is by showcasing the cases of excellence. And I think having these awarded cases will enable us to communicate in a much stronger way and to create more understanding and more hunger and desire for service design. And that's basically what the mission of the Service Design Network is. We want to make sure that all the public and private service providers out there understand the value of service design and have hunger to work with these amazing service designers. So this was the main reason why we created this award, to recognize the outstanding works that people do and to create a better understanding of what service design is. So we have a couple of criteria that might be interesting for you. Some very basic criteria for the award were the clarity of presentation. I think that is more or less self-explaining, but I have to say, as a little sidestep, for those contributors to the award that were not native English speakers, it was a challenge. And I would just encourage you, if you contribute your case next year, make sure that you have a native speaker go over your submission, because language is important. When you are with an international jury and your English is broken, they will just not understand the point that you are making. So, of course, clarity of presentation is an important issue. The second criteria was the very clear relationship between cause and effect. We wanted to have a clear argumentation. What was the objective of the project and how does it relate to what has come out? And we want to also have a clarity of results. So it's not about a vague concept. We want to have an outcome that is clearly described and that has already an effect. So that was important. We did not want to have the drawers open and have a nice, beautiful sticky note, journey, persona, system map concept. No, we want to have contributions in that award that have been rolled out and that have shown the value that they have to people and, of course, also on an economic scale. So those were the explicit criteria for this award, and I think they will make sure that our, let's say, our basket of valuable cases in the service design community is growing. Because not only the shortlisted projects were amazing, also many of those that we were not able to put on the shortlist were amazing cases, and they will help us grow the case study library of Service Design Network, which, in case you do not yet know it, you find on our website. So anyway, we had some more criteria. One of them was we wanted a systemic approach. We wanted a service design project that relates to the system as a whole, and as a side effect of that, it should be multi-channeled. So we were not looking for an interface project or for a communication project. We were looking for projects that are holistic in the way that they look at the different channels and try to put their design out there. And we do see this also related to some kind of an organizational change. I think a successful, outstanding service design project in most cases is related to some kind of organizational change. Make people understand how important user focus is. Make people understand how important it is to embrace the different stakeholders and work together with them in order to create change. So all these were criteria that we had in the back of our minds when we started working. And as I said, we were amazed by the overall quality of the submissions, and we have encouraged everybody to put their submission into our case study library. Okay, I will do some thank yous first. I would like to thank all of them that have submitted, because it is work. It is always work to put together such a case for an award. So thanks to all of them that have put their work into this award. I would like to thank Kaya Kim So-yoon, who has supported us very strongly on all organizational matters of this award. So thanks a lot, Kaya. And of course, I would also like to thank the jury. Above all, I would like to thank Margus Klar. He was the one who sparked this idea of putting energy in the service design. I would like to thank very much Oliver King, who cannot be here today, but who has helped us very much to prototype this award. I would like to thank Taina Melchiavari from Nordea. I would like to thank Aviv Katz from the Innovation Unit, Atsushi Hasegawa, the president of Consent, Anthony Panozzo from Continuum, and of course Lara Penin, whom you all know as the not only head of our conference, but also professor for transdisciplinary and transitional design and service design and social design. So, and now I would like to thank also Carrie Bodine, who is the head of our jury. It was an amazing jury. It was fun working. I learned a lot in this work. And now Carrie Bodine will present to you the outcomes of our work.
Great. Thank you. All right, at this time, I would love to have all of our shortlisted award winners come up. If we could have one representative from each of our shortlisted submissions. Woo, yeah. All right, well, it looks like they are not all there. We had 13 shortlisted projects, and we would just like to introduce briefly each one. So congratulations to Eden Speakerman and Standby, working with ProRail and Netherlands Railways. Congratulations to Transformator Design, working with Telia Sonera. Helan, formerly Diagonal, working with YTA Pharmacies. Cologne, formerly Diagonal, working with Finavia. Thick, working with the Victorian Government of Australia. Neon Tribe and Social Spider, working with FutureGov right here, Brighton, and HUV. And they are not able to join us. Cologne, formerly Diagonal, working with FimLab Laboratories. Transformator Design, working with Systembolaget. This is one of my favorites, helping Sweden drink better, not more. And Sketchin, working with Ticino Turismo. Meld Studios, working with the State Library of Victoria, also in Australia. And Design It, working with Oslo University Hospital. SIS Projects UX team, working with the University of California, Berkeley. Not able to join us this morning. And Design It, working with Rokilde Nursing Home in Norway. I'm sorry? Yes, and if you would like to know a little bit more about these projects, you can check out the exhibition, which is at, Birgit, remind me of the location. It is on 13th Street.
In the little glass cube that faces the 5th Avenue, so all the public can also see the great cases and take your time when it doesn't rain to visit the exhibition in the glass cube at 5th Avenue.
Great. Thank you so much. One last round of applause for all of our shortlisted submissions. So we decided to award 4 winners in 2 categories. And the first of them was prototyping for organizational change. We understand the role of service design in helping to change organizations, helping to change the way they work, helping to change the way that they think. And we understand that the results of that are often hard to show immediately. Culture change doesn't happen overnight, but we felt that there were 2 submissions that really excelled in this area and really helping to change their clients' hearts and minds and how they were approaching their customers. And of course, as Birgit mentioned, the results were really an important part of what we were looking for. And so we did award 2 winners in the category of results-driven service design. And so the winners are our first winner in the prototyping for organizational change. Can I get a drum roll? Travel Lab from Helen. So Finavia maintains and develops a network of 24 of Finland's airports. Helen's task was to create a trustworthy and agile model for service prototyping, as well as for measuring the success of new potential airport services. During Travel Lab, more than 900 passengers were interviewed over 75 days of prototyping at the airport. This included testing of 12 different kinds of new service prototypes, including yoga studios and coffee roasting stations right at the gates, as well as a renewed security gate service model. The project earned significant traditional and social media coverage. Tweets about YogaGate reached over 5 million Twitter users worldwide. Here are a few words from the client. All of the prototypes of Travel Lab have increased customer understanding. When developing new services, the results of Travel Lab are often referred to and trusted in decision-making. Travel Lab succeeded in supporting the fail-fast mentality and the development processes of Finavia. Each service prototype works as a concrete, successful example of this type of organization culture change. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
You can stay here. Oh, one more.
All right, our next winner is THIC, Redesigning Government Services for the Victorian Government. The Victorian government engaged THIC to research attitudes, needs, and service preferences of Victorian citizens to rethink the way services are delivered. THIC created 2 physical customer service centers to act as service prototypes. The centers were set up so that citizens could walk in and get the assistance they needed to complete their transactions. More than 3,000 people visited the centers during the 83 days they were open. These citizens completed almost 200 different transactions across 4 state government departments. One of the most interesting parts of this project, in my opinion, is that THIC upskilled the service-centered concierges in user-centered research methods, teaching them how to use surveys and conduct observational research within the centers. And then THIC used the concierges' insights to refine the service prototype. A few words from the client. It is estimated that government can achieve hundreds of millions of dollars in savings by designing a more efficient and enjoyable way for customers to transact with government. The insights and recommendations generated by this project were reviewed by the Victorian Government Executive and have helped support a business case which has seen 15 million Australian dollars set aside to establish a new whole-of-government agency now known as Service Victoria. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, wonderful, very well done.
All right, and our first winner in the results-driven service design category is People's Pharmacy from Cologne, formerly Diagonal. Very nice work.
I promise we were not bribed.
Pharmacies in Finland are traditionally focused on only selling medicine, and they very seldom offer any kind of healthcare or well-being services, such as blood pressure tests or vaccinations. YTA, the largest pharmacy chain in Finland, hired Diagonal, now Helon, to help it cope with the radical changes that the Finnish pharmacy industry is facing. Helon engaged pharmacy employees and customers in an agile ideation and prototyping process in pharmacies, online, and in a cardboard prototype lab. They then designed and built a pilot pharmacy. The results. 86% of customers in the pilot pharmacy have shopped there more than once, indicating customer loyalty, and 4 out of 5 customers are extremely likely to recommend the new well-being services. YTA saw 113% year-over-year growth in the sales of well-being services and 27% year-over-year growth in the number of prescription drugs bought in the pilot pharmacy. A few words from the client. The YTA pharmacies across Finland have implemented completely new well-being healthcare products and devices on their product range, creating more revenue. The implementation of such well-being services has helped to renew the overall role of YTA pharmacies in the healthcare ecosystem. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more.
All right, and our final winner in the results-driven service design category is Design It with Oslo University Hospital. "5,000 women are referred to Oslo University Hospital each year with suspected breast cancer. Diagnosis and treatment takes place in different locations and with at least 8 different groups of professionals across the hospital. In the past, referrals and diagnostics were structured around the professionals' routines. Not surprisingly, it was an inefficient and incoherent experience with little support for a highly sensitive customer group. This project resulted in a reorganization of human resources. Design It created a patient journey with new backstage routines around the existing diagnostic tools, resulting in a team-based daily structure that could process patients much more efficiently. The results. Previously, the waiting time between a patient's first visit with her general practitioner and her final diagnosis at the hospital could be up to 12 weeks. Now the average time from referral to final diagnosis is 7 days, which represents more than a 90% reduction in waiting time. A few words from the client. Great project, great people, greater impact to patients. The results represent a huge improvement in efficiency and quality of life for patients, less time to wait in the unknown, more confidence in the hospital, less stress on the system, and less time for cancer to advance. And this project has inspired, among others, the National Railroad, Norwegian Postal Services, and the City Planning Office in Oslo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So maybe
Thank
one
you.
last
Thank
word
you.
from my side. It was a very difficult process for the jury because all the shortlisted projects were amazing, and we do regard the shortlist in itself as an award. The participation in the exhibition is for us the showcase of excellent work in the field of service design, and I would like to again congratulate all those on the shortlist just as much as those that are here on stage as our winners.